Hello and welcome to the Jule Smith Museum of Fine Art and our A Little Lunch Music series. My name is Patrick McCurry. I coordinate this series. If you don't have one, we have some programs in the back on that little table by the door. We'll be printing some more, so if you don't have them, we'll have more. We'll get one later. But if you do need one, if you see me, raise your hand, or I can bring one to you. Anyone? Anyone? Okay. I won't say much now. I will make a few announcements a little bit later on. One thing that's not in the program is that if you haven't been to the series, we're a little more, even a little more informal than usual here, since our usual fare is classical music. But even then, you come to a concert in the future, it's laid back. If you're late, please come on in and sit down, no matter how crowded we are. And if you have to leave, please do. It's the nature of the series. It's informal, it's casual. Come and go as you need. Do your best to be respectful of the audience and the performers. If you can leave during a break, that's fine. So that's about that. For future reference, if you need to leave, that's okay. What else? More later. Oh, I would like to thank, and I haven't seen them here yet, but our sponsors, Robert and Betty Greenhall. Thank you to them for helping sponsor this performance today. And I believe that's all. I'll say more later, and right now I'll turn it over to Sam Price and the Auburn University Cultural Music Society.
Thank you. We are the Auburn University Cultural Music Society, as he said. We're a group that started last spring, and we kind of started with the purpose of putting on cultural events that celebrate the arts in order to bring awareness to the community of kind of the growing diversity that we have in this area. So, there's a couple other groups that are doing similar things in the community, and we're hoping to partner with them and do different events. One event we have coming up, actually, is the November 2nd. You can get a flyer in the back. It's going to be a cultural arts festival. We're going to have some local artists bringing out some stuff, and a lot of local musicians playing. So that'll be in Opelika at the Overall Company. You can check out the back of the flyer. And we're gonna kind of get right into it, but before we begin, I would like us all to collectively sing happy birthday to my good friend, Jimmy Green, up here on the front. He's turning 20 years old today. So I figured we could start with a group collective song, praising Jimmy for his entrance to existence. So I'll count it off, and we will sing. Jimmy's going to stand up right here. Stand, come on. You can just wave. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jimmy. Happy birthday to you. Thank you. All right, so we're going to begin with our first piece. It's kind of a fusion piece. Has a lot of elements of kind of Latin jazz with a little bit of a kind of tribal chant with the chorus. So we'll go on and get that started. Musicians, if you would gather up front. I'll explain the words before we begin. There's one chorus line that has a tribal chant feel to it, but the words are in Spanish, and it's Deja que su espiritu sea libre de mis amigos, which means let your spirits be free, my friends. Thank you. We'll begin.
song that we just did is called Rashid Khan. It's a folk song from where Bahar is from, in Iran. The next song is called Dokhtare Boy Rahmadi. It's about Dokhtare Boy Rahmadi just means a girl from Boy Rahmadi. Alright. This is also a folk song from Iran.
So to give you an introduction on some of these instruments, to my far right, Hamid is playing the santur. And then Jeff is on mandolin, Nabide is on tar, and we're doing some various percussion, and Bahare is on daf. So the far instruments, santur and tar and daf, are all kind of Persian, derived from Persian music. And then these are just some various percussion that we're using to back them up. And the song is actually sung in Farsi. So thank you.
The piece that we're presenting right now is called Tilana. It's in the South Indian classical style. And in a Tilana, there's a lot of percussion, and the percussion is verbalized in the song. And we have a veena, which Rasika is playing. We have a tonic tanpura, a udu, which is an African instrument, and a guitar, and we have some bells, typically used in dance. Geeta duni ko tak geeta drakta tom naach rahe gori tam didai tom didai teri galo geeta duni ko tak geeta drakta tom naach rahe gori tam didai tom didai teri galo geeta duni ko tak geeta drakta tom naach rahe gori tam didai tom didai teri galo geeta duni ko tak geeta drakta tom naach rahe gori tam didai tom didai teri galo geeta duni ko tak बाज पायल कहो झनन झनन बाज पायल कहो झनन झनन बाज पायल कहो झनन झनन ननन तोम तोम झनन झनन ननन तोम तोम झनन झनन ननन गीत तूनी को तकनी Geeta duni ko takani kadrakta tom naach rahe gori tam didai tom didai teri galo geeta duni ko takani पदुमनाभ तुम्हारी लीला क्या कहूँ मैं सावरो पदुमनाभ तुम्हारी लीला क्या कहूँ मैं सावरो पदुमनाभ तुम्हारी लीला क्या
So we're going to go from South India to North India, which is actually a culturally very different journey, just as it would be here to go from Alabama to New York or something. The piece I'm going to present is a traditional North Indian classical piece in a style called a dhrupat. The rhythmic pattern that's going to play on the tabla, Sam's going to play, is a 7-beat pattern. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you want to keep time along with us. The rag, the melodic pattern that the song is based in, is called Pimpalasi. So I'm going to first introduce you to the notes of that rag, and then go into the composition itself. That song actually had two little interesting elements. You may have noticed at some point it sounded like I was singing nonsense syllables, right? And they were in fact nonsense syllables. The same style of the tarano, the tillano, they were basically drum strokes and percussion sounds that were used to actually make the lyrics of the song. And then the other neat thing about that particular song, I switched languages right towards the end. I went from the original Thrupad, which was in Hindi, and then Rabindranath Tagore, the famous poet of Bengal, took that same melody and he put his own words to it, which was that last song, Bipulo Torungure, which is the same idea as the first one, which I started with, Nache Pitripangaye. The waves are crashing on the seashore. That's the general idea there.
All right, this next piece we're going to do, we're actually going to deviate from the program a little bit here. This is a piece last night, actually. Everyone who's performing today was all over at our house, and we were kind of having a last-minute practice, potluck kind of thing. And we decided to play this song. This song is in Dr. Raj's native language, but it's actually about an Iranian girl dancing in nature. So it seemed to fit very well with combining our last two Persian pieces with the two Indian pieces. So we hope you enjoy it. We will probably end up going a little bit, obviously, over our time, seeing that it's coming close to 1 o'clock, but we still have another poetry reading with some music backing that up, and then a folk song at the end. So please stick around, it should be fun. Okay, this is going to be a storytelling. It comes from the Sioux tribe, indigenous Americans. And this is just kind of a tribute to the indigenous peoples of America. Recently was the, up until now, called Columbus Day, we celebrated the other day, which some people are renaming that Indigenous Peoples Day. So this is a tribute to that. I'll be reading a story told by a man named Lame Deer during the year 1969 in South Dakota. It's called How the Sioux Came to Be. The music, check. The music backing this up, this is a didgeridoo. It's actually an Australian Aborigine instrument. I have two various African percussion, djembe and udu, as well as the drum with the no name. We're not really sure what kind of drum it is, but
It's made out of clay.
yes. This story was told to me by a Santi grandmother. A long time ago, a really long time, when the earth was still freshly made, the water monster spirit fought with the people and caused a great flood. Perhaps the great spirit was angry with us for some reason. Maybe he let the water monster spirit win out because he wanted to make a better kind of human being. waters got higher and higher. And finally, everything was flooded, except the hill next to the place where the red pipestone quarry lies today. All the people climbed up there to save themselves, but it was no use. The water swept over the hill. Waves tumbled the rocks and the pinnacles, smashing down on the people. Everyone was killed. And all of the blood pooled together in one big pool. The blood turned to the pipestone and created the pipestone court, the grave of those ancient ones. That's why the pipe made of that red rock is so sacred to us. Its red bowl is the flesh and blood of our ancestors. Its stem is the backbone of those people long dead. The smoke rising from it is their breath. I tell you, that pipe comes alive when used in a ceremony. You feel power flowing from it. The water monster spirit was also turned to stone. Maybe the great spirit punished her for causing the flood. Her bones lay in the Badlands now. Her back forms a long, high ridge, and you can see her vertebrae sticking out in great rows of red and yellow rock. I've seen them. It scared me when I was on that ridge, for I felt her moving beneath me, wanting to topple me. Well, when all the people were killed so many generations ago, one girl survived. A beautiful girl. It happened in this way. When the water swept over the hill where the people had tried to seek refuge, a big spotted eagle swept down and let her grab hold of his feet. With her hanging on, he flew to the top of a very tall tree, which stood on the highest stone in the Black Hills. That was the eagle's home. It became the only spot not covered by water. And if the people had gotten up there, they would have survived. But it was needle-like rocks, as smooth as the skyscrapers you have now in the big cities. My grandfather tells me that maybe the rock wasn't in the Black Hills. Maybe it was Devil's Tower, as the white men call it. That place in Wyoming. Both places are very sacred. The eagle kept that beautiful girl with him and made her his wife. There was a closer connection between animals and people in those days, so he could do this. The wife became pregnant and bore twins, a boy and a girl. She was happy and said, "Now there are people again. It is good." The children were born right there on top of that cliff, and when the water subsided, the eagle helped the children and their mother down, back to the earth, telling them, "Be a great nation." The Lakota. The boy and the girl grew up. He was the only man on earth, the only woman of childbearing age. They married. They had children. A nation was born. So we are descended from the eagle. We are an eagle nation. That is something to be proud of. Because the eagle is the wisest of all birds. The Great Spirit's messenger. A great warrior. That is why we wear the eagle plum. We are a great nation. Alright, we have one more piece for you all. This is an American, kind of a modern folk song. It has a lot of energy, and it's written by a group called Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros. Give us just a minute to set up. Thank you. This is our last piece of the afternoon. It's called I Don't Want to Pray. Love my God, God made love. I 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 love my God, God made love. Pray to my Maker. I just wanna be what I see.
What